All right, guys, this is Crazy Kev here, and I'm here with Yorgan De Castro. Yorgan, how we doing?
Very good, my man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, no problem at all. And with that being said, man, Yorgan, you got a fight coming up in about 20 days. Talk to us a little bit more about that matchup you got coming up, man.
Yeah, I got another title fight. I'm fighting for NEF. I used to be a cruiserweight champion over there before I signed with UFC in 2018. So now I want to stay busy. I just fought last month, but when you're local, you want to stay as busy as possible so you can get back to the big league. I'm fighting a young cat who wanna prove that he belong there. We're chasing his dream, but I think like when you're a UFC vet and when guys like me that been in the big show, when you come down to the local show, it's your duty to come there and perform it and show these guys why you're special in the first place. So I'm just gonna do the work in June 29th.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to these kinds of matchups, I'm assuming when you're going in there, are you watching a lot of film on these guys, or are you just kind of working on, what's kind of good with your game?
I don't. I'm not really a fan of watch much movies, but my coaches watch a lot of movies. They like to game planning and a bunch of that stuff. But sometimes local guys doesn't have that much of a fighting. So if they don't fight much, you don't have really a tendency to say they'll do this, they'll do that, or they good at this and they good at that. My guy got I think it's 4 professional fights and a couple amateur fights, so that's not enough to game planning. But it's a good opportunity for me to go down there and show that I'm well rounded. Whatever he brings to the table, I'm gonna be ready for.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. And yeah, like you mentioned, you're trying to stay active. You've been grappling. You just had a title fight that you won, and now you have another one. With that being said, I mean, how many more wins do you think it will take to maybe get back into the bigger leagues?
I text my manager too. I asked the same thing. He say, you gotta keep smashing. I'm a heavyweight, so they always need heavyweights. I'm clean. I always keep myself clean, so no steroids. I'm always in on fight weight. So I'm gonna keep going. If I'm fight June, I didn't get a call. I'm gonna book another fight in a month. So I'm gonna keep staying busy and I'm gonna be ready to get back to whatever they call me. I know it's hard to get back when you get to the big league. I know a lot of friends and a lot of guys who get cut and never work themselves back. But I know I like this, so I do it with love too. So I think I'm just gonna stay ready. I'm gonna keep smashing. If it's two more guys. If it's 10 more guys, it's 10 more guys.
I like it. I like it. I like that mindset. And with that being said, I mean, do you have a preference, PFL, UFC, on what you're maybe looking to try to get back into?
No, man. I'm at this point of my life. I fight for money, man.
Fair enough.
Whatever pay better, I'll be right there. I like both. I like I'm not those guys that always have something bad to say about promotion. I fought for all the promotion. I fought for Eagle FC. I fought for PFL. I fought for UFC. All of them treat me very, very good. So I have nothing to say about any promotion. If I got a chance to go back to any of those again with the same contract or a better contract, I will jump right in.
Right, right. Now, speaking more about a little bit more about Eagle FC. I mean, what was that kind of promotion like? I know you mentioned they treated you well, but like, talk to us a little bit more about the behind the scenes with Eagle FC.
High level promotion, man. They treat us really good. The backstage and the way they communicate with the fighter and the matchups and the fight week was everything like UFC. I mean, also, I mean, Khabib was the head of that, so he knew what fighters like to be treated on. They are really really good. Some of the staff that work with Eagle FC working with PFL right now, so they really good. They treat really good, pay really well, and they had a great plan. But unfortunately, the war in Russia and Ukraine came in, and they end up let us all go. But if it was one of my favorite promotions.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely. And with that being said, too, I heard Kevin Lee mention in an interview that he was getting paid in like cryptocurrency. Was that another thing that you guys are getting paid in? Were you also getting paid in cryptocurrency for those fights?
No, man, I don't understand nothing about cryptocurrency. I was getting paid my money in my bank. I
There you
don't
go.
understand nothing about that. So I
There you
was
go.
lost. Yeah, but they were pretty good too. It's like you fight in a week later, your money's there. They were awesome, man. I That was one of my best time too. Was with Eagle FC. I really love Eagle FC.
I love it. I love it. Now, was there anything that Eagle FC might have done better than UFC or PFL?
No, I like to me. It's just, I was treated very well in UFC too. UFC give me many chance. I win first. I lost three in a row, but they always bring me in the open main card. They always treat me very very well. Uh, PFL too. They all treat me very well, man. Maybe I miss opportunity on me, but they all treat me very well.
Right, right. Now, well, when you were released, what was maybe some of the best advice you might have got to keep going and to keep pushing forward?
Yeah, well, a lot of fighters don't reach out. When you get released, that's the hard part for a lot of fighters. No, when you release, so and you lose two, three in a row, so you get released, and always you have a lot of questioning in yourself in your minds, like I wasn't good enough, or what did I do wrong? So I got a lot of people reach out to me, say that that I had the talent and I have the skills and that I did it before and I can do it again. So that's what really like keep me going.
Right, right. No, that's definitely awesome. And when it comes to training, man, I mean, what's kind of the vibes like in the gym? What do you kind of like to listen to in the gym when you're training?
Music.
Yeah.
I do. I do. I'm a Cape Verdean, and I grew up in Portugal, so I live in America. So I listen to all types of music, man. All types of music. I'm rap. I'm in kizomba. I'm like bachata. Everything. I like everything,
Awesome. That's
man.
awesome. That's really, really cool. And when it comes to the gym too, I mean, being a heavyweight, I mean, what's maybe some of your go-to things you like to do for strength and conditioning in the gym?
I'm a big fan of strength and condition. I do. I basically like lift weight every single day, but I also have a my condition coach that I'm with him 3 times a week. That we do specific MMA drills, lifting and always do some cardio in the end. We also have a day that we do specific MMA stuff, like sled push, heel sprints, and battle ropes, a bunch of stuff. But I am a fan of lifting every day because heavyweight you want to be strong, so I lift every day. But my coach make me do a lot of ISO stuff, eccentric stuff, and the one leg, one arm stuff. So for balance, also, I'm not a big heavyweight compared to the guys that I fight. So I have to be strong and explosive. So I do a lot of those things.
Right, right. Now, when it comes to like working out and stuff, is there any sort of like workout methods that like are like when you have to do it, it's like, oh, this one's gonna suck, this one's gonna be really hard. Is there any sort of like workouts like that that kind of happen to you in the gym?
I hate wrestling, brother.
There you go.
Wrestling is hard, and when you MMA fighter, you don't have a background like wrestling. I don't have my background from kickbox. So when they bring wrestling guys to wrestle me, I'm exhausted after a couple rounds. Those guys can do an hour and a half just warming up and backflipping and all this bullshit. And I'm tired already. Now you have to go live with them. They drill, then you gotta go live. So I do wrestling Monday, Wednesday. The worst day of my life is Monday, Wednesday. Then I get home tired.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I definitely believe it. And yeah, when it comes to like wrestling and stuff, man, I mean, what would maybe the hardest technique to maybe get down in the wrestling aspect?
So because I defend takedown a lot, so my coach always make me either they already dip in the double or in the single, I have to defend it, or start from the ref position and I have to get up. But I do many rounds like that. So and the guys have to switch. So I'm there and then I get up. I have to go back again, get up. We do that for Contender Series. I did that for 3 months. So they used to bring the best wrestling around here, Brown University guys, top 10 guys. They used to bring it to me, and I'm telling you, I never win 1 second of those rounds.
That's hilarious. No,
And
that's
you gotta
definitely.
do it, and you gotta do it over and over again. Like
Oh
that's
yeah,
disgusting. And and my coach would find a way to make it harder too. Like if I'm getting good at defending double, okay, now we're not starting for double. Now you start already in the ground. You gotta get up. And like
right.
it was retarded.
Yeah, no, that definitely sounds tiring for sure. And yeah, with that being said, man, I mean, what's maybe some of your favorite memories training in the gym?
Favorite memories?
Yep, yep.
Every day for me is good day in the gym because I do it with love. I go with a good energy and open mind. I always want to learn and have fun, so it's never negative. I never have really negative memories in the gym. I mean, only if you got injured or something like that. But I always have good vibes in the gym. Always having fun. I do this for fun. The day that the fun ends, I think I will stop.
Right. Right. No, that's definitely awesome. And when it comes to like fighting, obviously, you're a beast in the cage, but what do you typically like to do outside of fighting?
Dude, I'm a simple man. That's what I tell people. life for me is easy. So when I'm not training and I'm not in the gym, I'm not fighting. I'm with my family. I have a daughter and a son. My 5 month son. He turned 5 months yesterday. So that's what I do. I stay around with my family, my wife, and that's what we do. Eat good food, go walk around, go watch a movie, and that's it. I don't go out. I don't do none of those stuff. It's just me and my family.
Nice, nice. Now, what's maybe some of your favorite movies that you watched?
I like to watch cartoons, so my daughter like to watch cartoons, so I like all the cartoons that you can imagine. I watch it, but when I'm picking movie, is all Marvel movies, so Avengers, Captain America, all the movie you can imagine. I watch them all, bro.
That's awesome. I love Captain America, so I'm glad you name dropped him.
I love Captain America, and I watch it over and over again. My wife sometimes get messy. You watch one 10 times.
That's awesome. No, that's really, really cool. And another thing you just mentioned too, you like to eat good food. What's maybe some of your go-to meals you like to eat?
I like I like I like I like some good cookout. So, but I like Brazil. You like Brazilian food? You
Yeah,
ever
yeah,
been to
okay.
Brazil? Yeah, Brazilian grill. But we're Portuguese, so we like Portuguese food. But my favorite that we can eat every single day is pasta.
Oh, okay, gotcha. No, that's
I only
definitely
eat
good to go
pasta.
too.
I can do it, but I only eat pasta every day.
That's awesome. That's definitely an awesome go-to, man. And yeah, getting back to the UFC career, man. I mean, what was it like to kind of make the walk in the UFC and to finally say you made it into the big leagues of the UFC?
Yeah, the UFC was so to me was the everything. So when I start doing MMA, my goal was get to UFC at any cost. And when I get there, I was like, I think I was more as a fan as a fighter, and they are like get to me a little bit. Uh, I failed to target a new goal. I tell that always to the kids around the gym. So you gotta target goal all the time. Your goal is get to UFC. When you get to UFC, you gotta target new goal, maybe top 10, and maybe stay there forever. So my time in UFC was short. It was only a year and a half or 2 years because I was so. Oh, this UFC! I want to fight every 3 months. So I end up fight 4 times in a year and a half. I didn't have to do that because it was COVID. It was gyms was closed. Nothing was happening. I was fighting without training. Uh, but UFC was everything to me. And when it happened, I think I didn't take advantage as much as I could. I should take my time, uh, evolve as a fighter, pick and choose. I never say no. I don't really like to say no to fight. So they offer me fight. I'll say yes. But I think I stop evolving when I get to UFC. I should target new goal. I should maybe change weight class. Maybe I want to be a top 10 in UFC. Something I never. I was in UFC. I was already good. That was my goal.
Right, right. Now, what is kind of your goals right now for MMA?
My goals right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna collect. I know I am the best heavyweight in New England. There's not a question. Nobody can even touch me here. But I want to collect all the belt around all these promotions here and fight whatever they put in front of me. And I'm gonna keep calling them out. All the big leagues, man. I want to get back to UFC. I want to get back to PFL, whatever it takes. So I'm gonna. My goal right now is beat everybody around me.
Yeah, no, that definitely sounds awesome, man. And with you collecting all these different belts, man, I mean, what do you typically do with your belts? Do you happen to like keep them and do anything with them? Talk to us more about that.
Yo, I don't really care. I'm just throw them out there. I want to win those belts. They know I'm the champion. They know I'm number one in New England. When if they ever around New England, if they ever around New York, if they ever around here, they're gonna say we're gonna call a heavyweight. The first name gonna come to the mind. They're gonna say is me. That's what I
Let's
want
go.
to do.
Let's go. No, that's definitely awesome. That makes sense. That makes sense. And you mentioned that you have a son and everything. Would you like your son to one day be fighting one day as well?
Hell no. This is a hard sport, but I'm too deep in now to get out of it. I'm already like I tell people it's too late for me already. But it's I teach class too, so I wake up, I train twice a day, but I also run a program with the Fall River Public School that I teach kids. But I always tell them, I mean, you don't have to be a fighter. Fight can teach you different things in life. Of course, discipline and stay consistent and go too hard, push through the hard time so you can see the good. But life as a fighter is tough. Not all of us are gonna make it. I know a lot of people. I've been doing this for forever. I know a lot of talent guys that never made it. Unfortunately, not everybody gonna make it. Uh, there's not much money in it. If you can count it, you see those guys in UFC or PFL. You can count probably in your hands those who really live off fighting. They have a decent life, or those who maybe retired and still have a life. Sometimes people go broke, people go depressed. It's a tough sport. You gotta surround yourself with the good people and enjoy the moment. Enjoy the fighter life. But how long are you gonna be a fighter? 10, 15 years? Then you're still gonna have a life. So I mean, if my kids say this is what you want to do and that's what make him happy, I'll be all in and help him. But if I can talk him away off, yeah, you get hurt all the time, dude. You get injured all the time. Your head is not in the right place. Sometimes it take away from you and your family time away because sometimes you here, you're not here, you're thinking and fighting. When you're in camp, when you get close to fights, you got big fights. You even with your family, sometimes you're not really here. You're thinking over there. So it's a lot of mental stuff and
Oh yeah.
physical and mental, and the money sometimes doesn't really compensate. If you don't do it, I tell people all the time, you gotta like it. If you think, oh, I'm gonna be a fighter and be famous and make money, you will give up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know. I definitely believe it. And with that being said, have you thought about what you maybe will do when you retire, when you're done from MMA, to maybe try to make some money?
Absolutely, man. Like I say, I run a program for River Public School, so I teach kids. I think that one thing that I'll keep doing. Maybe open my gym. I have a great thing in mind to do with specific with the teenagers, and I want to open my own gym, like my after program thing to help kids. I also want to manage athletes and and because I know what what guys need, what they should be trading. I have a great manager. My manager Ali Abdelaziz, so he's the best in the business. But I also want to help guys, local guys. They need someone to help, and I probably won't charge nothing. Just want
That'd
to
be
help.
awesome. That'd be awesome. Yeah. And when it comes to like teaching kids and stuff, I mean, what's maybe your favorite part about it, and what's maybe some of the hardest parts about teaching kids too?
The hardest part is not your kids, so you can really beat them up.
That's true. There you
when
go.
they not listen, when they not listen. But
Right.
but but in the end, it's very fulfilled because sometimes you're gonna have some hard kids who don't listen, who have trouble in home, and it's hard in the beginning. But in a couple of weeks, in a couple of months, the kids become. When you see the improvement and who they become, it's great. So I work at a school that's supposed to be for hard kids. The kids that doesn't do good in the regular school go there. Kids with a problem with behavior, kids who don't listen, kids very hard core kids.
Okay.
With me, they become a better person. They go to school every time. I'm one, so I'm stick with you for 2 hours, 3 hours a day. But I want the rest of the day to be perfect. I want you to show up in the school. I want you to respect the teachers. I want you to respect your parents in home. I want you to listen. I want you to say thank you. I want you to appreciate things. Don't be entitled. When I teach MMA, it's not about punches and kicks. I want them to be a better human being in general. And when I see the progress, that to me is very good. That's priceless. When I see the kids, when the principal tell me, hey, kids showing up every day, the grade is going good, and they behave, I like, to me it's like top. I don't care if your jab still sucks, but if you become a better human being, that's my goal.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I definitely think that's fantastic that you're doing that. And one thing I was curious about as well too, for somebody maybe listening that doesn't train in martial arts, why do you think that they should train martial arts?
Because it's a humble experience. It will humble you up. You need mixed martial arts in your life, just for not just self esteem. You will learn a lot from yourself by doing jiu-jitsu, by doing kickbox, by the consistency. You will know who you really are. I think everybody should once in a lifetime train. Not you don't have to fight, but train mixed martial arts. Go to jiu-jitsu gym or to a kickbox gym, and it's good, very good. I think everybody should try it once.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, definitely. And I definitely liked your message when it comes to teaching because I'm a Taekwondo instructor myself. I've been teaching for 6 years, training for 19 years, so I've been doing this my whole life, and I love what I do. And with that being said, man, with all the different guys I have at my gym, what advice do you give to them? Keep on coming into the gym and to keep on getting better and better every day.
Consistent. I tell people all the time. I've been with a lot of guys in the different gyms. I train in Portugal with a kickbox all champions. I train here. I've been with John Jones. I've been in Extreme Couture with Francis Ngannou. I've been in all different gyms. Consistent. You got to keep showing up. I don't want to show up half of the time. Sometimes I prefer, if it's raining, I prefer to stay here, watch a movie, stay with my family. But I still got to show up. The people I tell people all the time, if you keep showing up and stay persistent and consistent, things will happen. It's just sometimes we don't want to show up. Sometimes it's very talented kids are just gonna go what is fun. So now you got to do the boring thing. Show up and listen.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I definitely agree with you, man. And like you mentioned too with Francis Ngannou. I mean, what was it like to kind of train with him? I mean, he was always a monster, and I always wished I was still around in the UFC.
Very disciplined guy, man. When I train with the guys like that, I always notice the behavior and the way they act. He's a champion, man. The way he acts, show up on time, show up before everybody, and I will leave, and he will be still there, jumping rope, and do all this stuff. So have great mindset. He was like, he know what he want and he know how to get it. So I always when I be with the guys like that, I always, wow, these guys are different.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, Francis Ngannou was definitely awesome watching the UFC. And yeah, with that being said, Jorgen, it's been awesome talking to you, man. What's maybe your final message out there for the fans watching this video?
I mean, let's go, man. Thank you very much for everybody supporting me and everything you go or if even if you're not a mixed martial arts fan or a sport in general fan, whatever you decide to do in life, just stay consistent and keep going. Never give
Oh
up.
yeah. Oh yeah, no, definitely, Jorgen, dude. It's been awesome talking to you, man. Thank you so much for taking the time, and we're looking forward to your next fight, and hopefully getting back in the big show, man. Thank you so much for taking
Thank
the
you very
time,
much, man. I appreciate it.
my man. All right, take care. Enjoy the rest
Thank
of your
you.
day.
Thank you.
All right, take care.